All right, so we're going to talk about the difference between children and adult. Um, Very important, I think, because I think we are getting stuck somewhere as little man children, no matter what age. So very simple to decipher. Children operate from the emotions. Adults operate from emotions and logic. So hopefully make better decisions. Children operate from making no choices because they want it all. So they everything is a shiny disco ball. Adults, on the other hand, make choices and then kind of live with whatever choices they have made in life. Children can cry about it, they have regrets, they fight, they feel deeply, etc. Humans, when they make choices, I think kind of learn from the choices. You know, they adults learn from the choices. They try to not repeat their mistakes. There is children get very attached, whereas adults typically are free to make the choices that they make. They operate from freedom. They don't attach from codependency, in my experience. Children seek safety. Adults give safety. And when they feel unsafe, they know how to self-soothe. So that's the difference between a child and an adult. Children also operate from a lack mindset unless they are taught that, you know, the sun, moon, and the star belongs to you. Adults, on the other hand, know how to take whatever resources they have or the lack of it to create opportunities for themselves. So they do not victimize themselves. I'm talking about adults who are not pretending to be a little bit of the child, or they're not going into that romanticized version of being children post 18. Children cannot mirror themselves. They cannot do self reviews. They need adults. They need parents. They need dada, dadi, nana, nani to do that for them, to explain things to them in a nice, loving way. Humans, in the hardest of situations, can do self review and then take tough decisions if needed. They are self aware mostly, and children operate from whatever they can see. So that whatever part appeals to them at the moment or catching their fancy, right? Adults essentially look at the whole and they try to operate from the whole. And the cutest thing that I like about the difference is children love scenarios, so they build scenarios, they make stories, right? Adults, on the other hand, have to have reality checks. They have to live in what is, which makes life fun and deep and meaningful and purposeful and joyous. So between all of this, so how do you know that you are as of right now, as of this moment, an adult or a child? Just look at how you are operating, and you very clearly know that if you're operating from a child self or an adult self. And my sense is that post 18 we should all kind of be a little bit more of adults, because that man child is not very attractive actually. It kind of repels. And as we start taking responsibility in life, we have to stand taller for people around us, and that requires us to grow up. So life doesn't have to always teach us. If we just kind of keep a self check, we would not fool ourselves or others, because what is the classic definition of being foolhardy is, I mean, you can lie to other people, but how will you lie to yourself? You have to look in the mirror, right? So I think that's all. That's self-review is all that's needed in life, whether that's of relationships, whether that's of decisions, whether that's of choices. And it's interesting how we hoodwink ourselves, right?